Hi everyone, Quadro here, and it's time to do some PR stunts for this week. And we'll start with Over the Dune Trailblazer, which is the second of the two recently added Trailblazers, and the requirements for this week's seasonal is exactly the same as 2 weeks ago for another Trailblazer. So we're going to use the same Bronco, tuned by PTG Toasty, same tune, and it will allow us to beat the target very easily. As you can see, I took a little bit of space to gain some speed, but even that is not necessary. You can start it from standstill, no problem at all. I've seen a few messages from people on the forums and on Discord that they are struggling to beat this Trailblazer, and that's because all of them are doing the same mistake. They go to the left, straight towards the destination. The problem with it is the surface there is very bumpy. So you spend more time in the air and have no chance to gain speed on the ground. You jump non-stop. So instead, as you can see, what we are doing is rushing on a more level surface straight towards the coast. And only then we'll turn to the destination, as we do now. We'll slowly keep turning towards there. We cross this road because it doesn't make sense to join it yet. We are faster here on the sand, but we'll join it briefly to gain even more speed. As you can see, we still have 70 seconds to go, and the target is 25, and we are already really close. 2 kilometers to go. With our speed of 200 plus, we should have no problem of beating it. As you can see, I recommend leaning closer towards the shoreline because it's even more level. The more contact you have with the surface, the more speed you can gain, the less time you spend jumping, the better you are. And yeah, 35 seconds to go, and here's the gate. As long as you don't hit one of the rocks on the side, you are good. And with that, seasonal complete. Let's move on to the next one. The next challenge is La Cruz Danger Side, which needs to be done in Bentley Bentayga in A class, which, let's face it, is not the fastest car in Forza Horizon, and it's pretty heavy and bulky, but the tune solves it all for us. I used the tune by Elay 9, which is pretty much a drag tune, believe it or not, for this car, and it has all the acceleration, launch and top speed that you need. So you just start on the road normally, accelerate towards the target and do the jump. I actually took it a little bit too much to the right, so I landed on the road still beating the target, but if you lean a bit left, you have a better chance to go even further. So with that, this one is complete. Let's move on to next one. The final PR stunt this week is Bypass Speed Trap. It needs to be done in S2 class in any car. And because I'm lazy, I'm gonna use the same Ferrari 599XX, which I used last week in the seasonal championship. We're gonna use the same tune by Gunning Guards and my own paint. From there, it's really pretty straightforward. You just get on the road and accelerate towards the speed trap. And because you can use rewind, basically you have unlimited number of attempts. So just get there, try not to lose any time, and you'll be golden. Absolutely easy to beat this target. So we're done with the PR stunts, and there's only one item left today: the smashable objects, and they are the floating lanterns in Dunas Blancas, which is around here on the map. And I highly recommend to use last week's Toyota Prado to smash them, because there's also an Accolade associated with that right in the evolving world section. The lanterns themselves are really easy to find. They exist both during the day and night. They are more visible during night, but really you can't miss them even during the day. Basically ride the top sides of any dune and there'll be plenty of them. You need 25 of them for Accolade and 50 for weekly collectible, which is really easy to do because they respawn very quickly. It's gonna take you about 5 minutes. I won't show all of that. So thank you for watching and see you in the next video.